Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Toney. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there.
Touchdown Raiders. Odell Beckham. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. Open man is Noah Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Toss right side to Pacheco. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Tyree Wilson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Open man right side is Rice. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And it's intercepted. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Down the sideline he goes. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gotta make, and it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And got his man, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra look. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On first down, they go with Mostert again to the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Ingram. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Again, it's Pacheco. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got it. Touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. A great effort there. High in the air to bring it in. And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. 12 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here comes 2nd down at 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Mahomes will throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get it. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 7-yard touchdown run. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason. But they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules would change, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown, and now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a...
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.